Hello everyone, I'm Miraculously Lazy. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my beautiful face. I have a special guest to introduce to you today. Before I even talk about what this video is about, actually you read the title, you should know, like, you should be prepared, okay? I have Hayes Clark here today. Oh my gosh!
Hi!
Hi Hayes. Hi Hayes.
Hi.
Hayes is my sister.
I am.
I claimed her as my sister.
You can tell because we're wearing colour coordinated outfits. So.
Yeah, should we talk about that? I'm wearing light pink. I'm like Marinette-esque vibes. And Hayes, you're like Adrian.
I got green on for Adrian. I did green eyeshadow, gold jewellery to represent Cat Noir's bell. Like, I went for it.
Okay, you really thought this through. I did not do anything to represent Marinette except the shirt, so...
In all fairness, like, because of the time zones, you've, like, only been up probably for a few hours. It's, like, nearly 6 p.m, so I've had all day to think about this.
Yeah, it's a little early. So, we are going to be talking about the future of Ladynoir. And on Hayes' channel, we're doing a collab right now, so we talked about Adrianette on her channel. But my channel, we're doing Ladynoir, which is kind of ironic because I talk about Adrianette a lot. But actually my favorite ship is Ladynoir. So for all of you who ask in the comments, oh, is Adrianette your favorite ship? No, it's not. It's Ladynoir.
Why not though? But why?
I don't know if I have a reason. It's just kind of, I fell in love with Ladybug and Cat Noir's dynamic. They communicate the most. I think that's it. Like,
they have a lot of, like, playful banter, you know what I mean?
Banter, yeah. It's more flirty because Adrian is only flirty like 1% of the time. Like, troublemaker, that's about it. That's the flirtiest we've ever seen him.
Yeah.
But Ladybug flirts back with Cat Noir, so...
The amount of people who've told me, like, she has never once flirted with him before, and I'm like, are we watching the same show? Because she does. Does she start the flirting, like, 100% of the time? No, she doesn't. It's usually Cat Noir. But, like, let's not pretend she's never flirted with him before, either flirted back or started the flirting, because she 100% has.
Yeah, I think the people who commented that are watching Tales of Cat Noir and Littlebug.
Yeah.
So, shall we talk about the future of Ladynoir?
Go on, where would you like to start?
I guess let's talk about where we are right now.
A disaster, basically. That's where we are.
The disaster.
It's just all ended in pieces, but he's gonna be there for her.
I know, I feel like we're in ruins right now.
Yeah, like, I mean, most of the build-up was between Optigami 13, like from the end, where he basically wasn't really needed, and they kind of just abandoned him, up until 18 Wishmaker, where there wasn't much conflict between them in that episode, but you could see that, like, Adrian was not having a good time.
Yeah, Wishmaker was rough.
Like, it was a really good episode, but I felt so bad for him in that episode. Like, I know I meant to, but... I understand.
But I kind of like that they made Adrian feel pushed to the side. I was hoping they were gonna build up that anger more and he would kind of lash out or like yell at her, but it didn't really happen. Like, I was expecting a full-blown Ladynoir fight this season. That didn't happen.
Yes, me too. Especially after, I was really expecting it in Kuroneko or afterwards.
Yeah.
But I guess just because of, like, Adrian's character, they have different emotional reactions to things, and because Adrian, with his upbringing, he's forced to hold everything inside compared to Marinette, who can freely express herself to whoever she wants. So I guess it would have been very out of character for him to just start screaming at her. I guess it was more in keeping with him for him to just leave his Miraculous on a roof and then leave.
Back to the video. So basically, where were we? We talked about Ladynoir in Strike Back.
Oh, the state of Ladynoir, how it's been terrible.
Yeah, terribly. Let's just recap. You know, there's Cat Blanc trauma. There's Adrian trying to kind of move on from liking Ladybug, actually, because of Glaciator 2. She got like so mad at him and was like, stop liking me, basically, or stop flirting with me.
Plus, as well, in Glaciator 2, so at the start of the episode after that, he, like, deletes all of his photos of Ladybug, but at the end of the episode, he restores them all right. However, in Kuroneko, he throws them all out, and we don't see him put them back. So, maybe it kind of starts then, which is only heightened by what happens in episode 26 with all the lies coming out. Like, he doesn't even know the full extent of it yet.
Like the conflict they had in Strike Back, where they were like arguing.
I mean, not just in Strike Back, just in general, like, so he still doesn't know about Cat Blank, right?
No, yeah, you're right. He doesn't.
And I know at the end of Haxan, she did kind of hint that she told someone her identity, but she didn't come out right out and say it. And I feel like in Rocketeer and Wishmaker, that would have been something Adrian would have talked about with Plague, but he didn't say anything, so I feel he still doesn't know she's told someone else who she is.
Yeah, I don't think he does. And that's gonna be a big game changer, I think. I don't think he's just gonna be like, oh, that's fine. Like, you didn't tell me? It's okay. It's okay. And then she's gonna reveal to him, which I'm assuming, like, oh yeah, you were akumatized and you killed me. I don't think he's gonna be okay with that either.
I feel like in order for them to start afresh, because they basically need a clean slate, is that they need to divulge everything to each other. So apart from their identities, they need to tell each other everything, and of course Adrian needs to tell her that he was also Catwalker as well.
Yeah, they definitely are keeping secrets still. But maybe they'll finally get resolved in season 5. I think they will.
I hope so. But I feel like going into it, like, I mean, Ladybug right now, she's gonna be too busy. Like, a boyfriend right now is the last thing she is gonna need on her plate. This whole season's definitely gonna be focused on them getting the Miraculouses back, and Cat Noir, like he says at the end of Strike Back, he calls himself her loyal partner because he's the one who's been through her despite all of this, even the way he's been treated. Honestly, if I was Cat Noir, he's a much better person than me, because if I was Adrian at the end of Strike Back, I'd be like, oh, you lost all the Miraculouses. Well, tell you what, you can have mine and you can do this all by yourself. Goodbye. I'd be like, forget it.
Yeah, like, I would never be loyal, like that loyal. That's too much loyalty, actually. Like, it's kind of concerning how loyal he is.
Yeah, just a bit. It's a bit of a stepping into pushover material. Like, I love him for it. I could never be that wonderful. Yeah. But it's just like, come on, do something for yourself.
Yeah.
But I feel like just because he's going to be there to help her, like, all that trust from their relationship is gone. So yeah, I think he's going to be there in her corner, helping her get the Miraculouses back. Probably at some point also defend her from Suhan, because he's going to have something to say about this.
Yeah, Suhan, hopefully he has a role this season.
Oh yeah, he was pointless this season.
I watched your video on your British sarcasm. The video, you're like, Suhan has done nothing at all. And
do I really sound like that?
That's how you sound, Hayes. Just trust me.
Thanks.
Yeah.
But he hasn't though. Like, in Furious Fu, I didn't mind him in that episode, but like his whole goal, like his whole like motivation in the show, like the point of his character is to basically be the manager of the Guardians. And in Ephemeral, he was like, I need to know Cat Noir's identity. And from what happened to them, she said yes, but then was like, actually, no.
I know.
And he was like, okay, that's fine. I'm like, well then why did you tell her to do it? What was the point of him? Like, his whole job is to basically be her manager. Like, so Ladybug manages Cat Noir and then Suhan manages Ladybug. But she's like, you know what, I'm just not gonna do that. So I hope he does try and help them this season and actually does something. Like, maybe he'll say like, well, when you've got the Miraculouses back, you'll no longer be the Guardian, and that's gonna be like hanging over her. Because like, I mean, he could take the Miracle Box back, but like, what's he gonna do with an empty box?
Sell it on eBay. Just be like, go on eBay and be like, I have the Miracle Box. And then people will be like, in the comments, like, whoa, like, you have all the Miraculous? Like, I'll pay, like, so much money for this. And she's like, no, it's just the box.
Just empty. No, nothing in it.
It's just empty.
But like, so I hope he does something. Like, I think he'll be angry at first, and hopefully Cat Noir will defend her, but then he'll be like, okay, well, I need all the Miraculous back, so I'll help you. So I think we will see him more. But so, Cat Noir, even though he's gonna help her, he's gonna have no trust. So I do feel like he's gonna start to move on from her. I feel like this season we're gonna sadly get like less flirty Cat Noir, probably less cat puns as well, which is a tragedy.
That is not possum at all. It's just not.
Okay.
It's gonna be disappointing.
Oh god, okay.
Anyway, let's get back to Ladynoir, the future of Ladynoir. We've been talking a lot about like kind of what's been going on and kind of our disappointments with Ladynoir as a whole this season. But let's talk about like what will happen in season 5. How will Ladybug start seeing Cat Noir?
Well, I feel like they're definitely going to be spending a lot more time together to discuss strategy. Like maybe they'll end up splitting the Miraculouses between them. Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know. That could be interesting.
Wait, split the Miraculous? Cataclysm it and break it in half.
Not like split it in half, like, so first episode. So like first episode evolution for the rabbit, maybe Ladybug keeps the watch, but then second episode multiplication for the mouse, so maybe she gives Cat Noir the necklace to protect. That way if Hawkmoth does get his hands on her yo-yo again, he's only gonna get half rather than all.
That makes sense. Yeah, I could see maybe that happening, but would she trust Cat Noir enough to let him keep some of the Miraculous?
I feel like she's got no other choice at this point though. Like he's the only one left, she has to trust him.
Yeah. That is true. Like, I can't turn anybody else, so I guess I have to choose Cat Noir now. Like, Cat Noir should have been her priority from the beginning, just saying.
Yeah, exactly. Like, she really neglected how much, like, he's been there for her so much, and she just, like, ignored it all. Like, every time something's gone wrong, especially in the season 3 finale, he was really there for her. Like, after she basically jeopardized Master Fu and Hawkmoth found his location, like, she knew it was her fault. She wasn't trying to pretend it wasn't her fault, but she was extremely upset, and he was there for her, comforting her. Even at the start of Gang of Secrets, before she went on to tell Alia, he was like, if you need to tell me something, you can. And she was like, yeah, okay, whatever, goodbye. Like, she just never seems to acknowledge how much he's been there for her. Yeah, so I feel like they're gonna have like a strong relationship due to the threats and how much they're gonna have to protect Paris now, because it's gonna be so much more dangerous, right? And they're gonna spend more time together. And I feel like Cat Noir could maybe kind of take charge, just because I don't feel like Ladybug all the time is going to be mentally well. Like, she had a panic attack in Strike Back, and even though she wasn't having a panic attack in the end scene of Strike Back, she was quite clearly very upset with what had happened. She's going to be second guessing every single move after trusting Felix. She's not going to be able to trust herself. Like, all season they've built her up to be like this amazing team leader, which was kind of like reached its peak in Penalty, the big team episode, and then it's all come crashing back down and she only has Cat Noir. So he's gonna, yeah, I feel like he's gonna take charge, he's gonna be more serious, and that seriousness, like Catwalker, like Adrian, is gonna make her fall for him. However, I think it's pretty clear that Cat Noir hasn't forgiven her. Like, yeah, he's gonna help her get the Miraculouses back, but that doesn't mean things are okay between them.
But of course Cat Noir still loves Ladybug. Like, he would not be loyal if he did not love Ladybug. But yeah, I think there will still be issues they need to solve with trust.
It's going to be sad, but I guess what I'm hoping for is that Cat Noir is gonna, like, he's gonna be there for her, like, for moral support, but he's gonna be less flirty, more serious, so she'll start falling for him. But because of basically all these, like, trust and trauma issues he's got with her after the way she's treated him all season, and he doesn't even really understand why. I guess maybe telling him about Cat Black will help that hopefully he's also gonna pull away from her as well. But I think that does kind of need to happen so we get this love square reverse anyway.
I am living for the love square reverse. Like, hold on. Let me just write a bucket list really quick. You know, just like, everybody get your bucket list out, okay? We're doing them together, like, we're hanging out, okay? And the first thing on my bucket list is love square flip, okay? Just, I can't believe I've never done this before. So now, let me talk about the way Marinette is going to start seeing Cat Noir in season 5, or I guess Marinette / Ladybug. Some people will correct me and be like, it's Ladybug. I'm like, they're the same person, okay? It's like, why are you correcting me? Get in your lane.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Marinette, we talked about this in the Hazes Club, but Marinette is, I think, going to start losing trust in Adrien in season 5, because she trusted her heart so much in giving Adrien the miraculous, you know, but it was really Felix. So she, like, followed her heart. She did what she thought was right, but her heart turned out to be wrong. What she was following, it was false. It was not real. And so I think she's going to start doubting herself and doubting just her love for Adrien overall. And I think she's going to switch her focus from Adrien to Cat Noir in season 5 and kind of, you know, back away from Adrien a little bit.
I mean, she's not going to have time to want, like, not that she won't want to be around Adrien. I mean, she's going to be wary around him because of what happened with Felix, but she's not going to have the time to do that. Her sole focus this season is basically going to have to be on getting the Miraculouses back, so she's not going to have time for any of that. Like, I feel like between Adrien and Cat Noir is going to be the one she's spending the most time with, and like I said before, like, I definitely feel like he's going to be more serious, he's going to be, like, less flirty, less funny, less puns in the show, stuff like that. Which is going to be sad to see, but she's going to start seeing him differently, especially after the way she's treated him, like we saw at the end of Strike Back. Like, she says, like, I've treated you like this, I've lied to you, I've kept all these secrets from you, I've pushed you away. And he's like, yeah, well, I'm still here. So I feel like she's going to pull away from Adrien, kind of partly because she has to spend all this time with Cat Noir in order to save the city, but also because she doesn't trust Adrien, and that way that'll help her start to fall for him.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. And like you said about her not having time, I don't think she's gonna, like, go out of her way to, you know, have a crush on Cat Noir. I just think she's gonna be spending a lot of time with him, like you said. And so I think slowly she's gonna come to the realization about Cat Noir, like, who he really is, because we talked about how we think he's going to be more serious, more toned down, more Catwalker-like. I'm not saying he's going to become and try to be like Catwalker, but maybe trying to find his true self, like we saw in Kuroneko, Plague saying, like, you're in between Adrien and Cat Noir, you're both of them. And so I think he's going to try to find that, like, that his center, his real self.
I've always felt like that when he's Adrien, that's, like, one extreme of his personality, where he has, like, a very, like a public personality because of who he is and who his father is, whereas Cat Noir is, like, the complete opposite extreme, where he has total freedom to do whatever he wants completely, so he just goes kind of crazy, basically. Well, not, like, crazy in that sense, but because it's the exact opposite, it's kind of crazy. So I feel like he is somewhere in between. Like, I kind of feel like sort of the way he was in Ephemeral, after the reveal when Ladybug was like, you're nothing like Adrien Agreste, was probably a bit closer to what Adrien is like, because, like, when him and Marinette were speaking on the phone with each other in that episode, he was still very sweet and very nice, the same way Adrien is, but he was also making jokes and having a bit more fun, which is a bit like Cat Noir, so he's kind of in the middle.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's a good point. Yeah, I totally agree with that. Another thing I wanted to talk about is the phrase, it's us against the world.
Oh,
like,
my God.
I think it was brought up in Miracle Queen. I can't remember how many times it's been said throughout the show.
It was in Heroes Day as well. Definitely Heroes Day.
Okay, Heroes Day. Okay,
Yeah.
yes, thank you. I forgot about it there, but
Because in the sewers scene, so
Hayes' sewer scene.
that's why it traumatized me so much in Strike Back, and I was like, how? Like, in Strike Back, I was like, how dare you redo the sewer scene with Felix? How? I was so upset.
What I want to talk about is that phrase is so lovely, right? But I don't think it ever really dawned on Ladybug that was true. Like, it is her and Cat Noir against the world. It is them fighting together. Because she's always bringing people in and saying, like, hey, I'm going to bring you in. You know, kind of pushing Cat Noir away and not letting Cat Noir be her equal, be her partner, you know? And I think she's starting to finally believe it at the end of Strike Back. Like, it is me and Cat Noir. Like, we are going to do this. He is my partner. Because the way she asked Cat Noir, he said, it's like me and you. And she said, you and me? Like, she was like shocked. Like, us? We're gonna do this? Ladybug and Cat Noir? Not us. Like, we need Carapace. We need Reina Rouge. Like, we need everybody. Like, no, Ladybug. Cat Noir's been here the whole time. Yeah, she was completely, he's always been there for her. Like, even during this season, like, he was, like, amazing in Psycho Medium, completely saved the day. He was amazing in Dearest Family as well. He was great all season, to be fair. She just, for whatever reason, has just completely failed to see it. I really don't really know why. I will never understand Ladybug.
No.
So I know we talked about how Cat Noir is kind of, doesn't have as much trust in Ladybug anymore, but I also think that he's going to give her space on purpose. Because of Glaciator 2, we saw, like, Ladybug getting very mad. And so I think he's going to respect that, hey, she doesn't need a love interest right now. She doesn't need someone who's going to flirt with her. She needs someone who's going to stay by her side and, like, be loyal and be there and help her and lift her up. And I think Adrian kind of saw as Catwalker the stress that Ladybug does have and saw that Ladybug does actually care about him as Cat Noir. You know, and I think he's gonna realize, like, she has her priorities and I'm just going to kind of tone it down and be a good partner. So
Kuroneka was a good episode for seeing how much stress was on Ladybug for him, which made her view her differently. However, at the same time, like, I was always quite annoyed that she just never really communicated that with him, you know?
I know.
Like, you just tell him you're stressed and he'll help you, you know? Like,
I so agree. And I mean, I'm not putting all the blame on Marinette because she's, first of all, 14. She has probably a lot of lessons she's learning. And plus she has so much stress. She's literally trying to save the world. She has her priorities, right? Cat Noir having love interest is not her priority. But she shouldn't be leaving him out of things. Like, Master Fu put them...
Not like this. They're meant to be partners.
Yeah, exactly. Master Fu put them together for a reason. The show is about them, but she acts like it's all about her. Like, girl, calm down. Control your ego.
Like, plus as well, like, the miraculouses in the box, like, well, I mean, the powers are creation, destruction, perfect opposites, balance. They're meant to be... Like, I understand one of them has to take charge. It's difficult to have two leaders because things get messy if you have more than one leader. But they're meant to balance each other out perfectly, you know? And she's always, like, basically ignoring him.
Yeah, I know!
So she's gonna be relying on him so much more this season and seeing him differently.
Yeah, and I think finally we're gonna start seeing a switch where she's going to start trusting in Cat Noir. So can't wait to see that. Why did that sound sarcastic? I don't know why that sounded sarcastic. I can't wait to see that. No, I actually really want to see that. Okay, we actually talked about most of everything that I wanted to. I guess the only thing that I want to discuss is, do we think the reveal will happen this season?
Yes. Like, I mean, I feel like part of the hint is, so I think a lot of people know by now, that Thomas Astruc, his, like, contract is up for writing and directing. He was only contracted to the end of season 5, and I definitely feel like, as part of, because obviously he's the creator of the show, the reveal is definitely part of what's in there, and that season 6 and 7 are just, like, I guess, like, fun extras. To be fair though, I am kind of glad we are going to get a season 6 and 7, because I would kind of be so mad to wait all 5 seasons for the identity reveal and then not get to see what Adrian and Marinette are like when they know. Like, in the long term. I don't just mean for, like, in Oblivio or Cat Blanca or Ephemeral where it only lasts for an episode. Like, where they have a proper relationship together, you know?
Yeah.
So, I'm really excited for that for season 6 and 7, but definitely I feel like if not the thing that happens in the finale, it's going to be something that happens in one of the, probably from like episode 20 to the end is when the identity reveal will be, I think.
I think that's a good point. And also another crazy thing about this season is it has 27 episodes instead of 26. So...
Oh my god, right. That's actually what I'm the most excited about, there being 27. I don't know why. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, like, that has never happened before. That is, like... I have such high expectations.
Yes.
They're adding in another episode. Like, I don't think you guys understand.
Yeah, when the episode names came out, the first thing I was drawn to was part 1, part 2, the last day, and I was like, excuse me, the last day, what? And then underneath that, episode 27, I was like, what? Yeah.
Wait, what is episode 27 called? Do you remember?
Episode 27 is Action, which is for the Be Miraculous.
That's a good title, because that could mean anything.
I know most of these words relate to all the miraculouses, but honest to God, I have absolutely zero idea what half of these words meant. When the list came out, I was like, I do not know how to speak English.
Anyway, yeah, that's it. If you guys have anything else to add, anything you think we missed, please leave it down in the comments, and I'd love to hear your thoughts, because, you know, me and Hayes, we're just brainstorming, we're just theorizing, we're just guesstimating, and so, but yeah, I think what we talked about, I would like to see in season 5. I would not be disappointed if we saw that in season 5. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I definitely think some of it's gonna happen. Like, their relationship has to be impacted by season 4. It basically can't not be.
But that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Thank you, Hayes, and Lazy out. Oh, Hayes, I have something to tell you.
Oh, this sounds worrying. What?
Cataclysm!
No,
Cold
so
and alone, I don't wanna be in pain.
I hate all of the songs from the Christmas special.